In lesson 5.9, we started digging into volume and identifying units that report volume and how to find the volume using formulas of some different shapes. So let's jump right in here, and to report volume, we have to first thing get area out of our head. We've done a lot with surface area and finding area. We're not covering the surface anymore. Now volume is, we're trying to fill things up, fill in the inside. That's the volume. So big difference there. And when we do volume, we're looking for the label that are cubed, that little 3 in there behind our label. And we say cubic centimeters, cubic inches, cubic feet, because how many cubes would it fit inside there? And we say cubic because of the 3. There's 3 dimensions. In order to find that of a rectangular prism, we take the length times the width times the height. And that'll fill it up if we take it times the height. So there's 3 dimensions there, length, width, height. So we've got 3 of them. Okay, and that's why we have the little 3 for our label. And again, it stands for cubic, to find out how many cubes would fit in there to fill something up. All right, so make sure you have that written down. We're going to scroll down to number 2 and find some volume. Okay, so we'll make sure we have those. Then we'll take a look at number 2 here. All right, we just talked about for finding the volume of a rectangular prism, which this fish tank is. The volume is length times width times height. Length times width times height, because we know the length times the width down here would fill up the bottom row. That's like doing area. Length times width, we cover the bottom. Then we have to take it times height. How high? How many rows of that do we have to fill that up? And again, most of you guys have done volume before and you understand how to do this. It's just a matter of not mixing it up with surface area and know which one's which. Most kids find this a little bit easier because you don't have to find like the surface of all 6 faces. All we have to do is take length times width times height, and we'll understand that formula that it fills that up for us. So my length here is 6 feet long by my width of 2.5 feet times my height of 3 feet tall. And we know because of the commutative property, I could flip these in any order I wanted. I could put parentheses and group them together with that associative property. Again, we just want to be able to multiply in ways that make it easiest. You know, I could take the 6 times the 3 and get 18, but then I'd have to take it times 2.5. So I've got some double-digit things to do there. Might be easier in this case just to take 6 times 2.5. Okay, so again, I can put parentheses if I wanted to. I don't have to. But if I do 2.5 times 6, we'll just review multiplying decimals again real quick. Remember, we've got to move it once to make it whole. So it's 25 times 6. We made it 10 times bigger, so we'll just move it and make it 10 times smaller in the answer. 6 times 5 is 30, carry my 3. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 3 is 15. So you get 150. But remember, I moved that decimal over here, so I got to make it 10 times smaller. So 6 times 2.5 is 15. And I can then take that times 3, because if there's 15 cubes on the bottom, I have 3 rows of that. Okay, because there's 3 feet high. So I just need to take 15 times 3, and I can do that in my head. That is 45. So this fish tank would hold 45 cubic feet of water in there if this were getting filled up for fish. Okay, so again, they had the label for us. Most of the time we'll have to remember to put that, knowing we're talking cubic feet here, how many cubes would fit inside there, and how much would fit.